Hey guys, that's Skippy here from I Was Friendly. And today I'm just going to bring you a quick overview of base making in Miscreated. So I've just kind of found a nice little spot where I feel I want to make a base, a nice little view of the ocean, which comes in handy when you have a water canteen because you can just walk in and fill it up pretty quick. So to make a base you have to put a plot down. So to make a plot sign, if you go in your crafting inventory, and it's under one of these somewhere there, other, you need 2 lumber and 1 nails. So basically when you loot in houses, find a box of nails and make sure you keep hold of them. And then to get the lumber, you just literally need to have a hatchet or an axe. So I have a hatchet here, and basically chop down a tree. So the tree never seems to actually chop down, but every time you hit the tree you get wood pile. So I'll hit the tree a few times here for you. It does seem to be hit and miss. Sometimes I hit a tree and I'll get a wood pile straight away, and other times I can hit it 4 times and then I'll get wood pile as well. So I'll just get one more. Eventually. There we go. So now I've got wood pile. So the wood basically drops on the floor. And if I go to pick those up, I can then look in my inventory and say I have 3 wood pile. So if I go to my crafting and go to components under structures wood, basically you need to create lumber to be able to create a floor panel, a furniture panel, a ramp panel, or a wood wall panel. So I'll just create 1 set of lumber. Basically it takes the lumber, your weight will go down because you now don't have 2 extra bits of wood. So let's say we want to create a wood wall. We need 3 lumber. Luckily enough I have 2 extra lumbers here, so I'll pick those up, and now I have 3 lumber. So 1, 2, 3. So if I go into my crafting and go wood wall, 3 lumber, and craft, it will basically create a wood wall panel in my inventory that I can now use. So once you've got your wood wall panel, you can't actually then say right click place the wall. It doesn't let you do it. You have to go into walls, and then you have a choice of what walls you want to create. So here we ideally want to create the 2x2 wall because it's thicker and it's better, and that takes 2 wood wall panel and 2 lumber panel. So I have 1 wood wall panel here. I have a bunch of wood wall panels that I've been working on as well here. So we'll just grab 1 more. And if I remember rightly by looking, we need 2 lumber. So we have no lumber, but we have 1 wood pile. So to make a lumber we need an extra wood. I happily have 2 more lumbers that I can use. So now we have what we need. So 2 wood wall, 1, 2, 2 lumber. So I craft the item. This crafting does take a little bit longer, so the more you go from wood pile is easier. Wood wall panel is a little bit longer, and then the wood wall itself takes a little bit longer on top of that. So as you can see, it just takes a while. So now our wood wall has been created, which is here. We're trying to build our base and get it sorted, so we've started to put the wood walls out. So we have 3 so far. The process is quite slow and long. If there's 2 or 3 of you, then it's great. It works a lot quicker. So you just right click, and place onto the wall. And you basically get this option of being able to free roam and move around and put it where you want. It does come up with, red lines that you can't place in certain areas, like for instance I can't place it through a tree. One thing key to mention is if you are going to try and build yourself a base, just remember that the trees don't come down when you chop them. So if you build a base and you're in the thick of a tree, say I built it right here, I could only build in this little area because I can't put it into the trees. So important thing to always remember. So let's say I want to put the wall up against this side, but I want it to come facing towards me, so I want to turn it at an angle. If you press your Alt key and just move your mouse, it rotates the wall however you want it. So it's pretty easy. It's quite hard to place it perfectly without, there's no like snap to or anything. It just tells you when it's full. One way that you can do it is if you rotate the wall and kind of move your character to the side and see if you can kind of get your camera angle correct. It works. I find that if you just tilt it a little bit so you have a better angle, like this, and then just work with the cameras to try and get it so it's perfectly straight and it fits. But it is very tricky and it is quite a pain every now and again. So there, I'm a bit too far in. So I'm going to place it there. You just left click, the wall flashes for a second and it places. So as you can see, that's a perfect joint and there's no problems there. So there's my wall. We're building our base slowly, but I just wanted to bring this to you so you could just see the different kind of things that you can do within Miscreated and base building, which not many people know about. So just a quick overview of the crafting. You have lots of different options. We're obviously working in structures, and in here you have the difference between metal, tire and wood. So I've never seen any barbed coils yet as I've been going around the map, but it's interesting to see. Tires, so they're pretty easy. You just get the tires when you find spare tires for your cars, and obviously the wood. So here you've got all your different panels that you need to make. So say we wanted to create a chair or a desk, we would make a furniture panel, which is from one wood pile, which is here. So let's go ahead and craft that. So we have our furniture panel there. We can change it and have a look at furniture. And for furniture we need one furniture panel and one lumber. So obviously we don't have one lumber, and I don't want to place a chair down just yet, but it just shows you different things. So you have your doors, lockable door, or a wooden door. For scrap metal you need a hammer. So you pick up a hammer, make sure you keep it in your inventory if you want to make a base. You need a hatchet and a hammer. So you can hit those rusty cars that are just lying around and you get scrap metal from in the same way that you would hitting a tree to get lumber. You can make ramps, you know, there's lights that you can make which are quite cool. Obviously your plot sign, different types of walls. So yeah, it's very interesting. It's a cool feature, base building. I think a lot of people are going to really enjoy it and make some really cool bases, because with the idea of making ramps and platforms, you can pretty much build your base 2-story, 3-story, 4-story if you really want to. Have little watch out areas, you know. It'd be really interesting to see how people do it. The final note that I want to mention is, if you were to plant a platform down, so you're saying, oh, I need to get a platform, I want to put some floor down, I don't just want it to be the dirt. If you're not building on even ground like we're not, so it's not flat, your platform will have dips and bumps in it and it'll look quite unneat. So for those of you who have OCD on base building, just make sure that you either ignore the flooring like we're doing here, and maybe use it for your second story. That doesn't really matter too much. Or make sure you build on the flattest area possible, which, as we've found for the past hour trying to find a location, it's quite hard to find a good flat area that isn't overlooked by towns, and other people can spot it quite easily. So yeah, anyway, thanks very much for watching. If you did like this video and you want to see more, please like and subscribe, and I'm sure to bring you more videos on Miscreated as soon as I can. Thanks very much, guys.